Oh God.
My father gave me one of these.
I feel like this is gonna like make me shit bricks.
Sweet. Sweet. Cali. I live in Los Angeles. So I can...
Oh, gold
so
at the
I had
phone.
this.
For Gibson.
This song. I can play this song. From New York. So I was like, this is fantastic. And I had a wee little amp. My father gave me a little amp, a little Fender amp. Yeah. And I turned it all the way up to 10. I had no problem with that. And I destroyed this little amp. Poor thing. Gave its life for my education. Then my father bought me a bigger amp. This one had 4 speakers in it. And I realized something very quickly. That A, I liked it when it was louder. B, I could rattle my sister. My sister and I had a joining rooms. She was in the room right next to me in our house. And if I turned the amp up loud enough, I turned the bass up loud enough, I could rattle her lamp and her prized possession off her dresser. So I could use the guitar as a weapon.
That's why I do it.
So, hence, cut to 25 years later, haven't really matured much. I give you this. So I was like, this is fantastic. And the blues sounded like the way I wanted to sound. And it sounded like Eric Clapton, and it sounded like Peter Green, and it sounded like a bunch of other guys that you'd never heard of against the blank stares that I've seen there. And I was able to, and it sounded like Jimi Hendrix. And I was like, this is really cool. So I had this Gibson guitar, I had this amp, and I set out to conquer the world. I haven't done that yet, but again, the guitar, for me, was an extension. I was a really shy kid, but when I had this in my hand, it kind of like, my whole life opened up. And I was able to do things with it and express my creativity. And I was able to, like, you know, come out of my shell, and it was a really important moment. It's because your big break and opportunity in life comes when you least expect it. Mine came early. Mine came when I was 12 years old. But it doesn't matter if you want to, it doesn't matter if you want to be a guitarist, a singer, whatever you want to do in life. It's all, there's a few absolutions. It's means and opportunity, and being ready to seize that opportunity when it comes. It can come when you're 40. It can come when you're 12. It doesn't matter. But B.B. King took the time out to help me. So I like to share that story because, you know, anyway, he didn't have to do that. And he changed my life. I mean, you know, basically gave me the opportunity to do what I'd love to do for a living. So that's my B.B. King story. There you go. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns before we kind of wrap it up?
Pick up any chicks on the road?
You just asked the same thing.
He said.
I have a girlfriend.
That sucks.
I have a girlfriend. And that's it.
Did you meet her on the road?
And you know what? I have guitars. He asked me if I think I've had chicks on the road. Chicks being women. The other guy asked over there. He said something like groupies. Sacramento. All right. Any other question?
Now, mind you, to know theory is good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just say I don't know anything.
There's two schools of thought. There's this school where it's like
The 80s shredder kind of mentality.
Yeah.
You know. Like, get on Headbanger's Ball. There's that mentality. And then there's the B.B. King method or the Clapton method, and he just goes. I'm like, I like that better. But it's important to do both.
who's a guitar player?
Why?
I'm a guitar player. All right.
Oh. Was he really?
Yeah,
Was he?
one that asked that question.
Who can play?
Yeah.
Oh my
Who
god.
can really play?
He can
Leather jacket. Leather jacket.
Yeah!